one of those things where you can't admit you're really into it until you figure out where the other person stands. This is where I stop my recording, and I've just started reading. I didn't even say I'm starting the recording again. What's happened? What hasn't happened? I just ramble, don't I? How did you know anyway? I heard you bring it up at some point. Besides, it's kind of written on your face. What's that supposed to mean? I see. There's a lone volume of manga amidst a stack of various books on the side of one of the shelves. Curious, I pulled it out of the stack. There it is. Natsuki snatches it out of my hand. She then turns to a box of manga and slips the volume right into the middle of the rest. Ah, much better. Seeing a box set with one book missing is probably the most irritating sight in the world. I know that feel. I get a closer look at the box set she's admiring. Perfect Girls. It's a series I've never heard of in my life. That probably means it's either way out of my demographic or it's simply terrible. If you're going to judge, you can do it through the glass on that door. She points to the classroom door. Hey, I wasn't judging anything. I didn't even say anything. It was the tone of your voice. But I'll tell you one thing, a worker. Consider this a lesson straight from the Literature Club. Don't judge a book by its cover. In fact, Natsuki pulls out the first volume of Perfect Girls from the box. I'm going to show you exactly why. She shoved the book right into my hands. Ah! I stare at the cover. It features 4 girls in colourful attires, striking animated feminine poses. It's exceedingly mo. Don't just stand there. What? Natsuki grabs my arm and pulls me out of the closet. She then takes a seat against the wall beneath the windowsills. She pats on the ground next to her, signaling me to sit there. Wouldn't chairs be more comfortable? I take my seat. Chairs wouldn't work. We can't read at the same time like that. Why's that? I guess it's easy to be close together like this. Don't just say that. You'll make me feel weird about it. No, it's got nothing to do with kill him. Don't let kill him. But nobody answered me about the bed. I did notice that, and I was going to answer, and then Sean come back. We don't really do, like, unique... Like, we don't have, like, a candy corn thing. So my favourite is my favourite candies anyway. So, like, Kit Kats, Bounties... I like munchies. We got Milky Ways downstairs, which I'm happy that I'm going to be able to eat, because I don't think anyone's allowed to trick or treat this year anyway. So those little shits aren't going to get my Milky Ways. EU Kit Kats are good. Yeah, I love Kit Kats. I've never tried an American one. I don't think I want to. Snickers or something. Yeah, no, the stream's been a bit of a disaster because obviously everything with my niece is going on. My niece is now here. My sister phoned me because she wanted to complain and tell me how awful everyone is. So it's been a bit of a disaster that way. You guys keep talking about chocolate though. Natsuki crosses her arms and scooches an inch away from me. Sorry. I didn't exactly expect to be sitting this close to her either. Not that I can say it's a particularly bad thing. I opened the book. It's only a few seconds before Natsuki once again inches closer, reclaiming the additional space while she hopes I won't notice. I can feel her peering over my shoulder, much more eager to begin reading than I am. Wow, how long has it been since I read the beginning? Huh? You don't go back and flip through the older volumes every now and then? Not really. Maybe sometimes after I've finished reading the series. Hey, are you paying attention? I am, but nothing's really happened yet, so I can't talk. I can talk at the same time. It looks like she's yeah. Even your sister thinks it will. Shut up, kill him. It looks like it's about a bunch of friends in high school. Typical slice of life affair. I kind of grew out of these since it's rare for the writing to be entertaining enough to make up for the lack of plot. So, what should I expect from this? Is there going to be plot? Well, obviously, you think I would enjoy something that didn't have a plot. I mean, well, I guess I know what you're saying. A lot of the beginning's about simple things. I'm so ill. Telling me to shut up always makes me feel better. Oh my god, I sound awful, guys. Like, there's a really funny chapter where they're obsessed with a guy at the ice cream shop, but that just helps to get to know the characters. And besides, it's still entertaining. But later on, there's all kinds of drama, like when they get into all the backstories, and when some of the romance starts to happen. That's really what makes it so good. There are so many touching parts. Is that so? It sounds like you really know what you're talking about. Maybe I underestimated you. Hey, wait. What's that supposed to mean? Natsuki gives me a little shove. I just meant I haven't yet seen you at your full power. Good save. This chapter seems like it's about baking. This is just a guess, but is there a lot of baking in this manga? Well, Natsuki pauses for a moment, as if she doesn't want to admit something. Yeah. What does that matter? It doesn't, I was just curious. Since you enjoy baking too, right? That's just a coincidence. I just happened to get into baking around the same time I got this manga. Like I would ever get into anything because it's in a manga. I feel bad for anyone that impressionable. Definitely not a coincidence. I guess it explains Natsuki's interest in baking. Still, of all the hobbies to pick up from a manga, that's definitely one of the better ones. Not to mention, she's really good at it, so who am I to judge? We ran on for a few more minutes. I finished a couple of chapters at this point. Are you sure this isn't boring for you? It's not, even though you're just watching me read. Well, I'm fine with that. If you say so. I guess it's fun sharing something you like with someone else. I always get excited when I convince any of my friends to pick up a series I enjoy. You know what I mean? Huh? You don't? That's not... Well, I wouldn't really know. What do you mean? Don't you share your manga with your friends? Could you not rub it in? Jeez. Sorry. Like I could ever get my friends to read this. They just think manga's for kids. I can't even bring it up without them being you still haven't grown out of that yet? Makes me want to punch them in the face. I know those kind of people. Honestly, it takes a lot of effort to find friends who don't judge, much less friends who are also into it. I'm already kind of a loser, so I guess I gravitate towards the other losers over time. But it's probably harder for someone like you. Huh? Yeah, that's pretty accurate. Wait, which part? I mean, I feel like I can't even keep it in my own room. I don't even know what my dad would do if he found this. At least it's safe here in the club room. Except Monica was kind of a jerk about it. I just can't win, can I? Well, it paid off in the end, didn't it? I mean, here I am reading it. Well, it's not like that solves any of my problems. Maybe. But at least you're enjoying yourself, right? So? Jeez, that's enough. Are you going to keep reading or what? Yeah. I flip the page. Suddenly, Natsuki starts laughing. I totally forgot that happened. Natsuki puts her finger on one of the panels. Minori's my favourite character. You always feel a little bad for her since she's so unlucky. But it gets especially bad when... I shouldn't be talking about that yet. Just finish this chapter. Natsuki's voice sparkles with excitement. It's a stark contrast to her usual bossy tone. But if she's not used to sharing her favourite manga with her friends, I can understand why. It's hard to express in words the feeling you get when connecting with someone like this, and being able to provide that to Natsuki, for whom it's a rare experience. The thought makes me smile a little to myself. Okay, everyone, Are you all ready with today's poems? Oh, come on. Could your timing be any worse? Sorry. I just need to make sure we have enough time. Though you do look pretty cozy over there, Hey! Natsuki suddenly notices how close she's gotten to me. She hastily slides to herself a good 12 inches away from me. Alright, guess I'll stop here for now. I close the book and hand it towards Natsuki. You're just giving it back? Don't you want to know what happens? Yeah, but Monica just said, don't be dumb. Just take it home with you. Is that really alright? I say that mostly because I really didn't plan on using my spare time to read this. I don't think it's had any visual updates. Pretty sure it's just the same. Give me a second, guys. Sorry, the sick's gone again for a little bit. I say this mostly because I really didn't plan on using my spare time to read this. Well, of course, it would take forever to finish it if you didn't take it home. Just finish that one before tomorrow so we can start the next one. And if it gets bent, I'll kill you. By tomorrow? I only got partway through the volume so far. I might fall behind on some shows if I try to get through this. But I suppose that's a necessary sacrifice in exchange for seeing Natsuki's enthusiastic face. Or am I more scared of what will happen if I don't finish it? Alright then. I stand up. I return to where I put my stuff and carefully slip the book into my bag. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah? My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait. Sayuri and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayuri's is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Who should I share my phone with? Right, who are we going with first? Everyone, who do you want to share with first? Remember that everything you do has consequences in this game. So who are we sharing with first? Yuri or Monica? Yuri, Monica. Oh my god, that's 2 each, basically. Monica bends so well. Monica, bend for a senpai. We need that bending. Your mum. Yuri again. I'll make a poll then. People only pick 2 people. Poll. Who? Waifu. Monica. Yuri. 1 minute. You got 1 minute. Vote. I've only put the 2 in because everyone's fighting against them. Monica already has 10 votes. Moose, how many points are you going to put into this? I allowed points for this reason, Sean. For this reason. Hey, they were only 10. It was only 10 points. It's not like I asked for many points. I demand a right, we're going Monica. With 51 votes. Moose giving 460 points. Wow. I should start with Monica. Yesterday she seemed eager to read my poem. I want her to know I'm putting in effort. Hiya, worker. Having a good time so far? Yeah? Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, your worker. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. I like it, a worker, really. It's a lot cuter than I expected. Oh, jeez. No. It kind of makes me think of something that Natsuki would write. And she's a good writer, too. So take that as a compliment. If you say so. Yep. By any chance, have you read anything by Shel Silverstein? Maybe a long time ago. He's famous for telling all kinds of stories in just a few simple words. His poems can be funny, endearing, or even sad, and sometimes they're only a few lines long. They might even feel like they're written for kids, but if you think about them, they can express views of the world that would apply to anybody. I see. She is saying that Natsuki is kind of like that. Sort of. Maybe she's not an expert, but you probably won't find much filler in her poems. They might be easy to write, but they're super challenging to get the meaning through, so I can see why it would be your kind of poem to explore. I'm sure I end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing things. That's okay. I love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased toward their own kinds of styles, but I always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Ahaha. Ahaha. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole and roll. It couldn't have... Right. Let me start again. We'll do this. Bend. I've never read any of his work. Bend for us. Bend, bendy girl. Make Moose happy or she won't die. It couldn't have been me. See the direction the sparkle protrudes. A noisy neighbour, an angry boyfriend. I'll never know I wasn't home. A peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. A real, blind like film, left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retinas, already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep. Stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realised now that I wasn't looking in, I was looking out, and he on the other side was looking in. So, what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip for the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. And that's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Thank you. We'll do Yuri next. Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes, more than enough time for her to finish reading. Sorry, I forgot to start speaking. It's fine, don't force yourself. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay, this is your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah? Why do you ask? I'm just making sure. I guessed that it might be after reading through this. So it's that bad. No! Did I just raise my voice? I'm sorry. Yuri buries her face in her hands. I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes and we really haven't gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine, I really didn't notice. What were you saying? Right, it's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers, and having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognise in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds a train of thought, it's as if her demeanour totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone and she sounds like an expert. Of course, it's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing, even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki could be a little biased though. Biased how? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri's apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily as if there's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't it supposed to be a literature club? Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing air of the present but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. I'm sorry, I have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all, but it took you a long time to read. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it's really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, a worker. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing, really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up these things too. Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. Right, first name. First name is either Sayuri or Natsuki. The first one that pops up in chat. Sayuri. Thank you, Gillen. Oh my goodness. This is so good a worker, I love it. I had no idea you were such a good writer. Sayuri, you must be seriously overreacting. I'm not a good writer at all. I honestly have no idea what I'm doing. Well, maybe that's why, because I have no idea what I like either. Jeez. Yuri's opinion was way more constructive than this. Maybe even Natsuki's. Are you sure you don't like it just because I wrote it? Well, I'm sure that's part of it. I think I understand you better than a lot of other people, you know? So when I read your poem, it's not just a poem, it's an worker poem. And that makes it feel extra special. Like I can feel your feelings in it. So Yuri hugs the sheet against her chest. You're so weird, Sayuri. I'm really happy just that you wrote one. It just reminds me of how you're really a part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise, see? It's like I said before, worker. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, are you? Trying new things like this for other people, that's something that only really good people do. Thanks, Sayuri. I'm not sure if Sayuri sees the full picture of my motive here. And then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined, knowing how much this means to her and all. Yeah, and I'm going to make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That would be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm going to hold you to that then. Yay! Now you read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. We'll see about that. Dear Sunshine. The way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me, kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever, but I'm not mad. I want breakfast. That's a mood. That's a mood. Sayuri, this is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this? No! Just a little bit. You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least that makes me feel a little better about myself. Don't be mean. I still tried my best. Yeah. I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds just like you. Really? Yeah. Especially the last line. I made egg and toasts. Even though you were late to school. It's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. This was so much fun. Monica's the best. Oh, yeah. But next time I won't forget. I'm going to write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I look forward to it. Okay, well, let's start with the things I don't like. First of all, Natsuki rereads my poem. Then never mind, I don't feel like giving you my opinion. Then what's the point of sharing in the first place? I wrote this when I could have been doing other things. In fact, remember how I said I wanted to read your poems? That's what I had in mind when writing this. I want to help you feel comfortable enough to share yours, like Monica said. Well, I would be more comfortable sharing my poems if yours was really bad. You were supposed to show me some dumb poem and make me go, ha, well, it's not that great, but let me show you what real literature looks like. And you went and ruined it. I hope you are happy. So in other words, you're saying you liked it. Natsuki's retort gets caught in her throat. You don't understand anything, do you? I already told you that. You don't have to go announcing it to the world like you're all self-important. Pretty sure you never actually said that. I say that mostly to myself. Natsuki must really hate me or something. I can't figure out if it's a win or a loss that she likes my poem. In any case, you still need to show me yours, right? Fine, I guess. Only because Monica will make me if I don't. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. Sorry, Natsuki, but you're the worst! Puff Suki. Oh, I don't know if I noticed that you come back, Fictional, but hey, Fictional, if I haven't said hey to you already. I'm ill, I can't remember things. Don't expect me to remember things. She's so small. Yeah, I told you that you weren't going to like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff, so people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem, seeing everyone around you do great things could be really disheartening, so I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realised. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, guess not. I decided to humour her with the last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Phew. I guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poem could stand up to theirs. This is a literature club, after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayuri and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks? Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clear about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it, which people did, by the way. Sayuri liked it, and a worker did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me, I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And a worker liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh? I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. That's not what you're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Worker appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. Huh? And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I wouldn't deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as a worker started showing up. Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you. I don't like fighting, guys. Suddenly both girls turned towards me, as if they just noticed I was standing there. A worker, she's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point in making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out at the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, worker. Wait, there's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning that most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessary, limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, a worker? How did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing, but whomever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. So of course, that's going to be... I think all of the poems are well written. They're all very different in styles. The girls just don't like each other much at times. I don't think that Natsuki is a genius. I would go to Sayuri. I'm gonna probably go to Sayuri, yeah. Yuki's my least favourite. She's kind of elitist. Natsuki's also kind of snobby. But simple writing is really underappreciated. Yeah! I agree with that. Out of all the poems, I like Natsuki's best. Because it does hit hard. Like, it's very simplistic. And the end really hit. You know? Like the whole... Humans try and that's all they can do. That's kind of like... Yeah. I don't know who my favourite was when I played it the first time. I think my favourite was Sayuri. Because I just like stupid characters. Whether they're male or female. Natsuki's poem is a big mood, yeah. 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 Natsuki glares at me, drying up any words I had in my mouth, so instead I turn to Yuri. Yuri? But Yuri's expression is so defenseless that I can't bring myself to say anything to her. So Yuri, Yeah, everyone's fighting is making Sayuri uncomfortable. How can the two of you keep fighting when you know you're making your friend feel like this? A worker? Well, that's her problem. This isn't about her. You like Yuri best because I can relate to her. I can't express myself well most of the time. I think none of them can express themselves well. And it's all about how you find a way to express yourself. Like, I write poetry. Or I used to write poetry. I haven't written any poetry in a while. But, it's very hard to find a style that expresses how you feel. And they're all very... Well, those two are very strongly... kind of anchored to the way they express themselves. And I like Natsuki's because I like simplicity. Like, you all know me, I'm a simple person. But there is a beauty in the way that Yuri does it. Your writing style is so different from Natsuki, yeah. I agree. It's unfair for others to interject their own feelings into our conflict. Yeah, unless Yuri wants to tell Yuri what a stuck-up jerk she's being. She would never. It's your maturity that made her upset in the first place. Excuse me? Are you listening to yourself? This is exactly why nobody likes. Stop. Natsuki, Yuri, you guys are my friends. I just want everyone to get along and be happy. My friends are wonderful people, and I love them because of their differences. Natsuki's poems, they're amazing because they give you so many feelings with just a few words. And Yuri's poems are amazing because they paint beautiful pictures in your head. Everyone's so talented, so why are we fighting? But because, well, also, Natsuki's cute and there's nothing wrong with that. And Yuri's boobs are the same as they always were. Big and beautiful. Sayuri stands triumphantly. Monika stands behind her with a bewildered expression. I'll make some tea. Yuri rushes off. Natsuki sits down with a blank expression on her face, staring at nothing. So, this is why Sayuri is vice president. I whisper to Monika. She nods in return. To be honest, I might come off as a good leader and I can organise things, but I'm not very good with people. I couldn't even bring myself to interject. As president, that's kind of embarrassing of me. Nah, it's not like I can blame you. I wasn't able to say anything either. Well, I guess that just means Sayuri is amazing in her own way, isn't it? Isn't she? You could say that. She might be an airhead, but sometimes it's weirdly suspicious that she knows exactly what she's doing. I see. Take good care of her, okay? I would hate to see her get herself hurt. And that makes two of us. You can count on me. Monika smiles sweetly at me, causing my stomach to knot.
Then you
a
guys
genuine
have to
person
recommend
really
it
does
to
make
your
a good
friends,
president,
too.
regardless of what she says. Thanks for the follow, Florin Boghian. I shall call you Florin. Welcome, welcome. I apologise that I have a cold, so my speaking voice is kind of like all grotty and horrible. Grotty is an English word if you're not English. Apparently, it really confused Americans when I said it the other day. You're Scottish. Nice, nice. You'll know what I'm talking about then. You'll understand me. Joof Wow. I really wish Joof Wow was a emote, but I don't think he's allowed to use it because it's a Minsky emote. But I really love Joof Wow. Scottish. Shit, I just should say Americans and Canadians forever now. It's very dark for this time into it, yeah. But yeah, for anyone joining, for anyone, like foreign that's just joining, I am sick. I am Spookums today, so... I just keep forgetting you're Canadian fictional. I apologise. I will remember. I will pound it into my head. Shut the hell up, Sean. The only Scottish words I know. Jesus fucking Christ. Hey, Duck. But yeah, I'm blocked up. So if I sound grotty and horrible, I apologise. I am sick. I'm very sick. Such a genuine person really does make a good president, regardless of what she says. If only I could get the chance to talk to her a little more. Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How did you all feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun. Well, I'd say it was worth it. It was alright, well, mostly. Worker, how about you? Yeah, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone. Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. And maybe you learned something from your friends too. So your poems will turn out even better. I think to myself, I did learn a little more about the kinds of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. I nod to myself with newfound determination. A worker, ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Sayuri beams at me. It truly has been a while since Sayuri and I have spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Sayuri, about what happened earlier. What do you mean? You know, between Yuri and Natsuki. Does that kind of thing happen often? No. That's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise, they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they'd make good friends with you. Phew. You know, worker, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club, but I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. And I think everyone really likes you too. That's... Every day is going to be so much fun. It looks like Sayuri still hasn't caught on to the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? We'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayuri. I pat Sayuri on the shoulder. I said that more to myself than to her, but it's easy to use Sayuri as an internal monologue sometimes. Okay, yeah, let's do this. I'm not a YouTuber. Don't you need to be a YouTuber for that? Right, let's think. Wrong. Oh, Bubbles. Kitty. Should try DDLC R times mod for the game. Yeah, I should at some point. I should. That's a good day. That's a good call. I haven't played this on stream before yet, so I wanted to play. I have been looking at like some of the stuff that people have had about it. If Jeffrey Fabra is not famous enough to get a plushie or a YouTube of himself, I'm not getting anything. Same. I've got Chad. I couldn't get the Peanut Butter Gamer YouTubes. I feel really bad. I got Chad. I need Jeff. And I need a Brutal Moose as well. That's what I need. Brutal Moose, Chad, and Jeffrey. They were limited edition. You can't get them now. If you didn't get one, then you can't get one. There was only 748 that ever come out. No, I don't watch Gerard, so I don't have the his. Chad. Should we keep Chad? Should Chad watch with us? He'll be our good luck charm along with Sonic or Metallic Sonic and Shadow. Truthfully, I so bad wanted Jeff one. You guys know how much I love Jeff. You guys need to make me famous enough so I can have one. So then it could be Juve, Chad, Ian, and me. Will Chad be able to... We'll cover his eyes. If Jeff did any kind of merchandise, I'd be all over it. I got their Mario Maker t-shirt, and I feel bad that I never got any others, because I only found out about them last year. But I've got the Mario Maker one. I wish I had the other ones. Another day passes, and it's time for the club meeting already. I've gotten a little more comfortable here over the past couple of days. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me. Hi, worker. Yo, Sayuri. Looks like you're in a good mood today. I'm just still not used to you being in a club, that's all. I see. That's a pretty simple thing to get you in a good mood, but I guess it's always the simple things with you anyway. Speaking of which, I'm kinda hungry. Will you come with me to buy a snack? No thanks. That's not like you at all. I have my reasons. Why don't we take a look at your purse, Yuri? Why that all of a sudden? No reason, really. I just wanted to look at it. Yuri nervously retrieves her coin purse. She fumbles with the latch and gets it open. Then she turns it upside down and lets its contents spill into the desk. Only 2 small coins fall flat out. I knew it. I can see right through you, Sayuri. That's not fair. How did you even know? It's simple. If you had enough money in the first place, you would have bought a snack before coming to the club room. So if you are not hungry and wanted an excuse to take a walk, or you're planning to conveniently forget that you spent all your money so that I would lend you some. But there's no more one more thing. You're always hungry. And so that only leaves the one option. I give up. Don't make me feel guilty. If you feel guilty, that means you deserve to feel guilty. Yuri suddenly giggles. I didn't notice that she was listening in. Her face is in her book, as always. I wasn't listening or anything. It was just something in my book. Yuri, tell a worker to let me borrow some money. Don't get me involved like that, Sayuri. Besides, you should only buy what you can responsibly afford. And frankly, after pulling a mischievous little stunt like that, your suffering is fair enough for retribution. Did I just... I didn't mean that. I got too absorbed into my book. I really like when you speak your mind, Yuri. It doesn't happen much, but it's a fun side of you. There's no way you could think that. You were right, though. I did something bad, and now I have to accept the retribution. That. Still, coming from you, Sayuri, I guess there's a little devil inside all of us, isn't there? Don't let her fool you. Sayuri knows exactly what she's doing. After all, she told you guys she was bringing me to the club before she even told me. But... You wouldn't have come if it weren't for the cupcakes, so I had to trick Natsuki into making them. Come on, give me more credit than that, Sayuri. Pwap. Kyh. Out of nowhere, something smacks Sayuri in the face and tumbles onto the desk. Ow! What was... a cookie? Sure enough, it's a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Sayuri glances around. Is this a miracle? It's because I paid my restitution. Retribution. Actually, that one almost worked. I was just going to give it to you, but then I heard you blab about the cupcakes. It was totally worth seeing your reaction, though. Natsuki, that's so nice of you. I'm so happy. Sayuri hugs the cookie. Jeez, just eat it. Sayuri rapidly tears open the wrapper and takes a big bite. So good. Wait, why is Killam going? Are you upsetting Killam, or is he going because he needs to go? Don't upset Killam. Guys, be good. Sayuri suddenly clasps her hands over her mouth. I bit my tongue. You're going through a lot over just one cookie. Natsuki takes a bite of her own cookie. Yours looks really good too, Natsuki. Can I try it? Cheese. Beggars can't be choosers. But yours is chocolate. Yeah, why do you think I gave you that one? Fine. So I'm really happy that you shared this one with me. Sayuri gets out of her seat and goes behind Natsuki and wraps her arms around her. Ah, jeez. I get it. Cookie still in hand, Natsuki reaches up to nudge Sayuri off of her. Sayuri suddenly leans down and takes a bite out of Natsuki's cookie. Scooby-Doo does that! There was one time when my niece was sat on a chair and Gimli was like right in front of her and she was like, no, Gimli, no. And Scooby come right up from behind and just took a yomp out of her sandwich. Hey, do you seriously just do that? Mouthful, Sayuri trots away to safety. Yuri and I laugh as well. Geez, you're such a kid sometimes. Monica, can you tell Sayuri, Natsuki glances around. Monica isn't in the club room. Where's Monica anyway? Good question. Have any of you heard anything about her being late today? Not me. Yeah, I haven't either. Huh? I don't think you guys can see it. Smiling baby alpaca. My friend just sent that to me. That's a bit unusual. I hope she's okay. Of course she's okay. She's probably just had something to do today. She's pretty popular after all. You don't think she has a... I wouldn't be surprised. She's probably more desirable than all of us combined. That's true. Excuse me? Suddenly the door swings open. Sorry, I'm super sorry. And there you are. I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Monica choose a couple for her boyfriend after all. You're so strong-willed. But boyfriend? What on earth are you talking about? Monica quizzically glances at me. Never mind that. What held you up anyway? Well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I kind of just lost track of time. That makes no sense, though. You would just have heard the bell ring, at least. I must have not heard it since I was practicing piano. Piano? I wasn't aware you played music as well, Monica. I don't really. I kind of just started recently. I've always wanted to learn piano. That's so cool. You should play sometime for us, Monica. That's... Monica looks at me. Maybe once I get a little bit better, I will. Yay! That sounds cool. I'd also look forward to it. Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, worker. Monica bends over. Monica smiles sweetly. I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that. Don't worry. I've been practicing a whole lot recently, and I'd really love the chance to share once I'm ready. I see. In that case, best of luck. Thanks. So, I didn't miss anything, did I? No, not really. I chose to leave out Sayuri's mischievous escapade. I'm sure Natsuki will end up complaining to her anyway. It looks like everyone has already settled down. Sayuri somehow already finished her entire cookie. Yuri's back to her book, and Natsuki disappeared into the closet. It's not long before Natsuki comes up to me expectantly. Yeah, don't worry, I kept my promise. I pull the first volume of Perfect Girls out of my bag. Natsuki takes it from my hands, then quickly turns it over, presumably to check for wrinkles. Hey, I'm not that careless. I handle manga all the time, you know. I just wanted to make sure. Can you blame me for being paranoid? I don't give people my manga every day, you know. That's true. I don't blame you. Well, anyway, let me put this one back. I'm gonna go get the next one, okay? Natsuki makes her way to the closet. I follow. So, you're gonna tell me everything you thought, right? Where did this volume leave off again? I forget. The chapter ended when Minori and Alice found Monica. Natsuki's voice resonates out from inside the closet. I peer inside. All of Natsuki's books are lined up on the top shelf. Did you move my manga again? Sorry. The teacher got mad at me for taking up so much space in her closet, so I had to move some stuff around and clean up a little bit. It's all still there. I just had to organize it a bit. The top shelf is far above Natsuki's head. She makes a futile hop trying to figure out how to reach her manga. Jeez, this is so inconvenient. I'm moving these all back down. There's plenty of room on these shelves, and besides, they're really pretty to look at when they're all lined up. Why would you waste that on the top shelf? Natsuki, there's a store on the wall there. Finally, she bends over. Right, give me 2 seconds again to clear my nose. Sean entertain everyone for 2. Back, back, back. I'm not so clogged up again now. You got less clogged up me. In the closet, there's a collapsible stool that's hanging on the wall. If you want, I can reach up there and hand them to you. I can get them myself. Natsuki grabs a stool from the wall and unfolds it. You think I'm too short or something? I mean, I knew it. Well, you know what? Just watch me. Natsuki hops onto the stool, which ends up being a little wobbly because of its collapsible design. Careful. I know what I'm doing. Standing on the stool, Natsuki's fingertips reach the top shelf. The stool would be enough for me to easily grab the books, but Natsuki is being stubborn as usual. Natsuki uses her fingers to scoot one of the smaller boxes to the edge of the shelf. See? Yeah! The box suddenly tips. Natsuki barely catches it before it falls to the floor. The stool wobbles. Wow! Losing balance, Natsuki hops off the stool. Thankfully, she was able to stay on her feet. She holds the box triumphantly. There, having almost fell, Natsuki is a bit shaken up. Jeez, no need to prove yourself to me. There's no way you'll be able to get the bigger boxes like that. I can reach them, so just... I said I can do it. I don't want your help, okay? I'm gonna get a chair, so just hang on. Natsuki forces her way past me out of the closet. Let's see. The classroom chairs have their desk attached, so they're too inconvenient to fit into the closet. Aha! Natsuki trots over to the teacher's desk, which is a computer chair behind it. She rolls it on its wheels back over to the closet. It's a little dangerous since the chair swivels and rolls. But I've already learned my lesson, so I keep my mouth shut. Natsuki climbs onto the chair, then slowly balances onto her feet. Since she refuses my help, I take a seat with my back against the side of the doorway and simply watch. Aha, there we go. See, I can easily do it now. Natsuki grabs a stack of manga and bends down to put it on the shelf below. The chair swivels. Natsuki catches herself on the shelf. What are you doing? Can you not at least hold the chair steady instead of sitting and doing nothing? Who was it who told me not to help? Yeah, I got you. I hold the chair while Natsuki reaches back up. I can almost see up her skirt. Gah. I force myself to turn away. Natsuki seriously didn't think this through. Once she realizes I'll be dead. Hup. Natsuki wraps her arms around the Perfect Girls box set, easily the largest one on the shelf. Heavy. Hey, a worker. I don't think I can bend down without falling. Hurry and take this one. But then I have to let go of the chair. That's fine, just for a second. Hurry up, alright. Let me just stand up. I slowly release my grip from the chair. What do you mean, stand up? Natsuki looks down at me. Why are you all the way back? Natsuki looks like she just realised something, but she'll lose her balance if she moves. Natsuki, the box. But what are you looking at? You're trying to look up my mind? Natsuki's legs shake. I'm not, I was just... Natsuki, don't try to move. Just give me the box. You perv. You set me up. Go away. Get out. But I'll do it myself. The chair suddenly swivels beneath Natsuki's feet. Natsuki. Kia. The scene turns to chaos in a split second. The chair flies from under Natsuki's feet. Frantically, I tried to catch her. The box topples out of her hands and the books go flying. I got you. Crash. The full force of Natsuki's body against me throws me to the ground. A whole bunch of books pelt me in the face. Natsuki tries to shield herself with her own arms, but her face lands straight on my chest. My right arm and my back seriously felt the impact. Thank you, Akbar. Who did this and why? I updated the kill 'em command. It was me. I did it. Because you should know that you're freaking awesome. Slowly, Natsuki comes to her senses. Gah. She presses her arm straight into me to prop herself up. Natsuki seems to realize this is not the floor that's beneath her. Yeah, gross. Gah. A fist pounds into my chest. Natsuki then hoists herself to her feet. What were you thinking, you sicko? Everything okay over there? I heard a loud noise. Monica suddenly peers in. Monica, see what happens when you put the manga on the top shelf? Are you trying to kill your club members or something? Jeez. Sorry. Oh, and one more thing. It seems like your most recent club member is a total pervert, so I hope you're happy. I didn't. Somehow it's impossible for me to explain this whole bizarre situation to Monica. I didn't do anything, I swear. I know, don't worry. Monica says that quietly to me. Looks like I'm off the hook. Oh no, I look down. Natsuki is kneeling on the floor, holding one of the books that are scattered all over. There's a large diagonal crease along the page that she's desperately trying to smooth out. It must have landed on the page. Natsuki tries a bit more to fix the crease, but she can't get it out. Suddenly she gives up and slams the book shut, then throws it to the floor. Instead of continuing to yell, she just lowers her head. Natsuki, are you... No. Natsuki's voice squeaks. I see tears on her face. I'll help get the crease out, okay? It's partially my fault, so... Natsuki shakes her head, still looking down. No, I don't even care that much. I'm just having a really bad day today. Natsuki sobs again. I didn't mean to take it out on you. I really didn't mean to. It's fine. Is there anything you want to talk about? Natsuki shakes her head. Just, every day, is so hard. I just want to come to the club and... Natsuki falls silent again. I can't press her, so I can only do what I know how to do. Alright. Well, I'll help clean this up, and I'll move the rest of your manga for you. I pick up volume 2 of Perfect Girls. We'll set this one aside. This'll help cheer you up a bit, right? We can get started on it once I'm done here. Natsuki looks up with her glossy eyes. Her lip quivers. You're really nice to me. That sounds really strange coming from Natsuki. I didn't expect it at all. Well, I'm just treating you like a friend, you know? Natsuki lowers her head and stifles another sob. I'm not sure what happened to her today, but being nice is the least I could do. The next couple of minutes are silent between us as I begin gathering the scattered books. I make sure to slip them into the box in their correct order. After a little bit, Natsuki starts helping. It wasn't long before we're done, and I hoist the box onto the shelf where Natsuki wanted to put it. And then I get to the store and quickly finish moving the rest of her books from the top shelf. Alright, that should do it. I hop off the stool. Natsuki averts her gaze. Thanks. It's nothing. It was me, Austin. It was me all along. And it's the higher power confirmed. I would have made a better higher power than Vince McMahon. Actually, no. That saved WWE. I can't say that. I would be better. Natsuki is holding the volume set aside in her hands. Alright, I'm ready. Good. Even if you weren't, I'd make you anyway. You take responsibility for what you said. The thing about cheering me up. If you insist. It was a terrible reveal, yeah. Well, wasn't that meant to be, It was meant to be the Jackal, wasn't it? The higher power? What's his name? I can't remember his actual name now. But he was the Jackal at the time in WWE. We sit in the same spot as last time, and I open the second volume. Natsuki's mood quickly improves, laughing and pointing things out to me. She's surprisingly sharp, making note of a lot of subtle, repeated jokes and background elements. In the end, I'm pretty impressed by how everything ties together in this manga. I'm pretty sure it was meant to be the Jackal. What is his name? Isn't he a commentator for AEW or something now? Oh, that's gonna bug me. Who is he? I should know this. The Jackal, WWE. Don Callis! He's Impact Wrestling. He does Impact Wrestling now. Oh, you haven't made anyone feel bad, Moose. We're all here for you if you're having a bad day. You know I stream when I'm depressed just to be cheered up by you guys. We all love you. Work is stressful. Life is stressful. Never ever apologize. Never apologize. And yeah, we were talking about WWE. Wait a minute. Don Callis. What was it again? High power. Higher power. Yeah, here we go. The original plan was for Don Callis, aka the Jackal, and also Cyrus and ECW to be revealed as a higher power. For weeks, Jim Ross had been referring to him as the David Koresh of the World Wrestling Federation, and they had built a gimmick up for him to explaining that he was a former low-level WWF employee who, during the first Gulf War, had a lead group of other employees out of danger. Because of this, he had developed a Messiah complex and become a fanatic cult-like leader. But then they thought, fuck the months of build-up and angles, and just had things be revealed. Also, Jake the Snake apparently was meant to be the higher power. Sorry, it's just one of those weird things I know, and I get frustrated when I can't remember it. That's right, Moose. I hope you're alright. And obviously, if you're not up for reading and stuff later on the stream or anything, don't worry about it. We can do that at any point. Like, it doesn't matter if, I don't know. People went crazy with the commands. I didn't make any of these commands. People went crazy with them. I don't know if there is a Moose one. You do want to read? If you get home and change your mind, then don't worry. You don't have to force yourself to do anything today. You don't have to force you anything. We can do it another day. If you want to do it, just let me know when you're home, and we'll finish the game and start doing that. But it's up to you. I honestly, just don't stress yourself out. If you don't feel up to it today, we can do it another day. We are not going to not have me and you reading. We will do that at some point. Even if it's tomorrow, if it's Sunday, if it's sometime next week, it doesn't matter. Just please, please, please look after yourself. And when you get home, make your mind up. Honest to God, do not worry. Alright, don't worry about us, we just want you to be okay. And if you need, I know your work is very stressful at the end of the month. I remembered now that you said that it's the end of the month, that's what you said last month. If it's too much for you, just don't worry, just don't worry. Like I said, if you're free tomorrow, we can do it tomorrow. Because I think Jeff's gonna plan on doing Animal Crossing and then maybe go and do something with people. If he can find something to do. We have forever to do anything, Moose. Just please, 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 put yourself first. The party in Texas will happen someday. That party will happen. We will all be together. I don't want you to feel like you have to do something, Moose, when you're not feeling too good. So please, 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 just let me know, let me know. Like, if my voice goes, I might have to finish the stream before you get home anyway. But, and if you do want to read Moose, and I've already gone offline as well, if you're still here, message me and let me know. Because if I finish, I've already said, if I have to finish stream for whatever reason, or if I just finish stream because Jeff's gone live and you weren't home, I still go back online later on. And I'm sure many people will still come. Just let me know. Because I might have to stop if my voice gets too bad. I might stop if Jeff goes live just to see the beginning of the stream or something. But just let me know. But if you don't feel up to it, as I said, we can do it at any time. We can do it any time. You're always welcome on this stream, Moose. You know that. Anytime you want to come and read a story to us, even if I'm doing something and you just read behind me, you're welcome. You're very welcome. But yeah, just take care of yourself and remember that everyone here loves you. Honestly, I would love it if I was just playing a game and I had a lot of you, like, in the background doing stupid stuff on Discord. I've said before, the stream is as much your guys as it is mine. That's why I'm, like, gonna get new, emotes and stuff this month. I'm gonna use, I'm going to use some of the payout money to get new emotes for you guys. I'm going to talk about emotes later, though. But yeah. Just look after yourself, Moose. Look after yourself. I guess Natsuki has good taste after all. After some time, Monica gets her attention as usual, and it's time to share poems again. Guess I'll be holding on to this for now. Yep. Even you sound more enthusiastic this time. Well, I'm starting to get into it, you know? Told you. Yeah. I return to my seat and slip the book into my bag. Right, we'll do the same. We shall do the same order that we did yesterday. Hi again, worker. How's the writing going? Alright, I guess. I'll take that. As long as it's not going bad, I'm happy that you're applying yourself. Maybe soon you'll come up with a masterpiece. I wouldn't count on that. You never know. Want to share what you wrote for today? Sure, here you go. I'll give my poem to Monica. Alright, it's pretty good. You've been spending some time with Natsuki, haven't you? You must like her writing style. Yeah. I think it's a neat way to tell a story. I don't disagree. Natsuki's poems may be cute, but they're also meaningful. I can see why you'd be into that style. I guess that means you're not much of a fan of Yuri's poems then. I wouldn't say that. I kind of like everyone's poems. That's true, but I'm sure you like some more than others, right? Like Yuri's use of complex words and symbolism, or Sayuri's way of expressing happiness and sadness in a more direct way. You must have some kind of preference, don't you? Not that it's a contest or anything. I was just curious, that's all. But anyway, you want to read my poem now? I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too. Alright, let's take a look. Save me. The colours, they won't stop. Bright, beautiful colours. Flashing, expanding, piercing. Red, green, blue. An endless cacophony of meaningless noise. The noise that won't stop. Violent, grating waveforms. Squeaking, screeching, piercing. Sine, cosine, tangent. Like playing a chalkboard on a turntable, like playing a vinyl on a pizza crust, an endless poem of meaningless. Load me. It's even more abstract than your last one, huh? I guess it's just the way I write. I'm sorry if you don't like it. No, I never said that. It's just a kind of thing I've never really seen before, I guess. I kind of like playing with my space on the paper. Choosing where and how to space your words can totally change the mood of the poem. It's almost like magic. The way I wrote the lines really short makes it feel like they're trying to speak over the noise. I see. It's still hard for me to tell what it's about, though. Sometimes asking what a poem is about isn't the right question. A poem could be as abstract as a physical expression. Wow. The bot is trying. The bot knows that we need a sugar daddy in the stream. That's what's going on. A poem could be as abstract as a physical expression of a feeling, or a conversation with the reader. So putting it that way, not every poem is about something. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. You never know when you might change your mind, or when something unexpected may happen. Wait, is this tip even about writing? What am I even talking about? That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Warnings. Foreshadowing. Foreshadowing. Next was Yuri. I didn't even get to read what the bots were promising this time. Fame, kill 'em, fame. It's always fame. They want me to be famous. They know I can't do it by myself. It makes you pathetic. It does, it really does. Are you still mad at me? for disrespecting Natsuki yesterday, because reading this poem, now I know why you got mad at me, because you prefer her writing over mine. That's not really true, meaning when I disrespected her, I disrespected you too, didn't I? Oh no, Yuri, you might be reading into this a little too much. How could I be so stupid? I always let these things happen. Whenever I think before I speak, I just come off as awkward and unlikable. But if I speak without thinking, the things I want to keep inside come out and make people hate me. So please don't force yourself to be around me. I know this is what Monica wants, but it's not fair to you when you could be enjoying your time with Natsuki and Sayuri. Yuri, please. It makes it easier for me if you don't express any concern. Besides, I have my books with me. That's all I need. Yuri smiles sadly and puts her head down on her desk. I'm frustrated. I don't hate her, but it's as if she's not capable of listening to me over her own thoughts. I sigh to myself. All I can do is accept that that's how she is. If she wants to be left alone, then I have no choice but to abide to that request. Wow. Oh, we did Sayuri before Natsuki. Oh, shit. Wow, what if I wanted to click the links? There are plenty of viruses on the internet, I'm sure you can find them. Fictional, telling it how it is. Natsuki reads my poem. She keeps glancing at me, then back at the poem. By now, she must have read it more than once. Is it that bad? No, it's not. It's good. It's really good, okay? There, I said it. This wasn't supposed to happen at all. Why can't you just be bad at this? My poems are supposed to impress you, not the other way round. You're trying to impress me? Obviously. You think I'd let you enjoy Yuri's writing more than mine? Give me a break. Well, in that case, what's the problem with me trying to impress you? I'll tell you. Natsuki's face freezes like she's just realised something. You're trying to impress me? Natsuki vigorously scans her eyes over my poem one more time. Then the poem slips out of her hands and flutters to the floor. I have to use the bathroom. Red-faced, Natsuki quickly walks out of the room. Hey, a worker, did you do something to Natsuki? I just saw her rush out like that. You didn't do anything terrible, did you? No, I just told her that. My voice gets caught in my throat. There's no way I could tell Monica that I'm trying to impress Natsuki. Monica sees the poem lying on the floor and swiftly picks it up. She skims over it a second time, her smile not fading from her face. I see. At first I just thought you liked her writing style, but you wrote this for Natsuki, didn't you? I mean, not really. In fact, didn't she like your poem a lot the other day too? I'm surprised you know her taste so well already. Are you sure you're not cheating, a worker? Cheating? What do you mean by that? Never mind, I'm just kidding. I don't understand Monica's joke at all. Anyway, how do you think Natsuki feels about you? Oh, you don't need to answer that. It's just something for you to think about. Hey! Natsuki comes up and snatches the poem out of Monica's hand. Neither of us had noticed her re-enter the classroom. Did you read this, Monica? Of course, I liked it. Ugh. You should really stop reading things that aren't for you, you know. You have a bad habit of doing that. But a worker wrote this poem, and we're supposed to share with everyone, right? Natsuki freezes. She apparently forgot that my poem is technically for everyone to read. Okay, well, I think a worker is done sharing this poem with everyone. It's not like anyone would want to read this anyway. In fact, I'm just going to hold on to this. If you insist... What? Why are you looking at me like that? Like what? Ugh. Never mind. And Natsuki, I'll give you the poem, but that's still not very fair to Sayuri. She hasn't gotten to read it yet. So what? Well, I guess a worker is right, Natsuki. It's not fair if you don't let everyone finish reading it. Fine. Natsuki returns my poem. It's not like she's gonna like it, though. Anyway, read my poem now. And no, I won't let you keep it. This is my only copy. Amy likes spiders. Hey, Tori! Maybe she just had a poop, bro. Hey, Chris! I can just about see you up there. Oh, you're right there as well. Oh, jeez. Moobot knows what's up. Always work for your viruses. Just saying, work for your viruses, guys. Get that working. Amy likes spiders. You know what I heard about Amy? Amy likes spiders. Icky, wriggly, hairy, ugly spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a cute singing voice. I heard her singing my favourite love song. Every time she sang the chorus, my heart would pound to the rhythm of the words. But she likes spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. One time I hurt my leg really bad. Amy helped me up and took me to the nurse. I tried not to let her touch me. She likes spiders, so her hands are probably gross. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a lot of friends. I always see her talking to people. She probably talks about spiders. What if her friends start to like spiders too? That's why I'm not friends with her. It doesn't matter if she has other hobbies. It doesn't matter if she keeps it private. It doesn't matter if it doesn't hurt anyone. It's gross. She's gross. The world is better off without spider lovers. And I'm going to tell everyone. Wow. They will make you sleep. Not bad, right? It's quite a bit longer than yesterday's. Yesterday's was way too short. I was just warming up. I hope you didn't think that was the best I could do. No, of course not. Anyway, the message is pretty straightforward in this poem. I doubt I have to explain it. Sometimes you can explain complicated issues with much simpler analogies, and it helps people realise how stupid they're being. Like anyone who would agree that the subject of this poem is an ignorant jerk. Do you know people like that? Of course, it's about how everyone thinks That doesn't matter. It can be about anything. I wrote it to be easy to relate to. Everyone has some kind of weird hobby or guilty pleasure. Something that you're afraid if people find out, they'd make fun of you or think less of you. But that just makes people stupid. Who cares what someone likes as long as they're not hurting anyone? It makes them happy. I think people really need to learn to respect others for liking weird things. Well, you're definitely right. At least I can relate to that. And I'm sure a lot of other people can too. You know, I'm glad that you can appreciate this kind of writing. I mean, I know I was talking about that yesterday, but I've been enjoying sharing my writing with you, so consider yourself lucky, okay? Ha ha ha. Well, thanks for being honest. What's that supposed to mean? I'm always honest. Jeez. Just look forward to tomorrow, okay? Alright, I will. Welcome back, Sean. Yeah, I get that, Chris. I've been doing that quite recently. Oh, what's your Halloween costume gonna be, Tori? Rosalina from Mario Oh, that's so cool! I loved your bubbles. Your bubbles was amazing. Worker, I really love your poems. I can't believe you've been hiding these from me. I'm not hiding anything, but your poems are so good. Yesterday's and this one too. You can't tell me you haven't done this before. I mean, you're really the only one who feels that way, so, No way. Not even Natsuki? Well, I guess Natsuki is the least likely to admit how much she likes something, but I don't think it's that. What do you mean? Well, I guess I'll be honest about it. It's a lot easier to write poems when I'm thinking about you. What? Stop thinking weird things, idiot. I just mean that you're a really expressive person, I guess. How am I supposed to write poems about my own stupid life? But you somehow make everything in your life an adventure. Even the little things, like cooking. Let's not talk about that. So yeah, I guess what I'm saying is that I can feel more feelings through you than I can through myself. We have that kind of weird connection. It's your fault for getting in my business all the time. I don't know if I understand. You never understand when I try to explain things to you, do you, Sayuri? I pat Sayuri's head. Hey! I'm not a kid, you know. Are you sure about that? Maybe. Sayuri starts fiddling with her pencil between her hands. Hey, worker, will you give me a poem? I kind of want to keep it. Huh? Why? Because, well, it's the first time you've written something for me. Sayuri, you completely misunderstood. I didn't write this for you. Are you even listening anymore? Well, whatever. I'll give it to you when we get home. Really? Snap. I broke my pencil. Sayuri hastily bends down to pick up the pieces she dropped. but being inattentive of her surroundings, she bumps right into me. Sorry. It's fine. I'll get it for you. I bend down and pick up the broken pencil. Sayuri clutches the desk beside her to support herself, knees shaking. I'm a little clumsy today. Let's sit down, Sayuri. Yeah. I grab Sayuri's arm and help her sit at the desk. Anyway, I still haven't read your poem. Oh, sorry, I forgot about that. But it's not as good as yours. Jeez, don't worry. I'm sure I'll like it. Oh, it's a long one again. Do so much. You'll be using the same blue dress. Nice! Halloween's cancelled. Halloween's not cancelled. We did already promise it to Natsuki. It could be Daniel Bryan. That would be good. Bottles. I pop off my scalp like the lid of a cookie jar. It's the secret place where I keep all my dreams. Little balls of sunshine all rubbing together like a bundle of kittens. I reach inside with my thumb and forefinger and pluck one out. It's warm and tingly, but there's no time to waste. I put it in a bottle to keep it safe, and I put the bottle on the shelf with all the other bottles. Happy thoughts in bottles all in a row. My collection makes me lots of friends, each bottle a starlight to make amends. Sometimes my friend feels a certain way, down comes a bottle to save the day. Night after night, more dreams. Friend after friend, more bottles. Deeper and deeper my fingers go, like exploring a dark cave, discovering the secret hiding in nook and crannies, digging and digging, scraping and scraping. I blow dust off my bottle caps. It doesn't feel like time elapsed. My empty shelf could use some more. My friends look through my locked front door. Finally all done, I open up and in come my friends. In they come in such a hurry. Do they want my bottles that much? I frantically pull them from the shelf, one after the other, holding them out to each and every friend, each and every bottle, but every time I let one go, it shatters against the tile between my feet. Happy thoughts in shards all over the floor. They were supposed to be for my friends who aren't smiling. They're all shouting, pleading, something, but all I ever hear is echo, 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 echo inside my head. Holy crap. Sayuri, did you really write this? Of course I did. Didn't I tell you yesterday I was going to write the best poem ever? Yeah, but, I didn't expect something like this coming from you. Monica taught me a whole lot, and I've been really in touch with my feelings recently. I see that. It's almost kind of creepy. Creepy? Well, not exactly. Maybe because I'm so used to you being cheerful. Well, never mind. I'm thinking too hard about it. The point is, it came out good, so you should be proud of it. Aw, thanks. I feel like I was meant to express myself this way. It even helps me understand my own feelings a little bit better. Writing is like magic. You've gotten pretty passionate about this, huh? I hope you keep it up. Yeah, writing's the best. I'm going to keep writing until I die. Don't get ahead of yourself. Sayuri's always had a habit of getting obsessed with something before dropping it no more than a week later. I wonder if this is one of those times. But seeing the passion in her eyes makes it hard for me to be pessimistic. Okay, everyone. We're all done reading each other's poems, right? I have something extra planned today, so if everyone could come sit in the front of the room. Is this about the festival? Well, sort of. Do we really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we can put together anything good in just a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members. That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last-minute preparations. Don't worry so much. We're going to keep it simple, okay? We won't need much more than a few decorations. Sayuri's been working on posters and I've designed some pamphlets we can give out during the event. Okay, that's great and all, but that doesn't tell us what we're actually going to be doing for the event. Sorry, I thought you heard about it already. We're going to be performing. Performing? Monica? Yeah, we're going to be having a poetry performance. Each of us is going to choose a poem to recite during the event, but the cool part is, we're also going to let anyone else come up and recite poems too. So he's putting it on all the posters in case anyone wants to prepare ahead of time. Suri, who's been colouring a poster, holds it up for us to see. Are you kidding me, Monica? You didn't already start putting these posters up, did you? Well, I did. Do you really think it's that bad of an idea? Well, no. It's not a bad idea, but I didn't sign up for this, you know? There is no way I'm going to be performing in front of a group of people like that. I agree with Natsuki. I could never in my life do something like that. Imagining it, Yuri shakes her head. Imagining it, Yuri shakes her head in fear. Adam Pachiti's mum's birthday's on Halloween. Just to bring it back to Adam, because why not? Oh my god, I've got something in my eye. There we go. Hey, Nathan. Played this game with a friend and she lost it. I'm gonna keep playing until I die. Oh yeah, like, knowing what happens, the dialogue really does hit differently. How did the shoot go today, Nathan? Sorry I couldn't make it. I'm just so sick right now. I'm struggling reading. I keep having to turn the camera off so that I can, blow my nose. Don't be sick. Thank you. I'm trying not to be sick. I'm trying, guys. I'm trying. Imagining it, Yuri shakes her head in fear. Guys, no, so Yuri, I understand where they're coming from. Remember that Natsuki and Yuri have never shared their poems with anyone until just a couple days ago. It's a lot to ask of them to recite their poems out loud to a whole room full of people. I guess I kind of overlooked that, so I'm sorry. But I still think we should give it our best. We're the only ones responsible for the fate of this club. If we start the event and each put out on a good performance, then it will inspire others to do the same. And the more people who perform, the better we'll be able to show everyone what literature is all about. Yeah, it's about expressing your feelings, being intimate with yourself, finding new horizons, and having fun. That's right. And it's those reasons that we're all in this club today. Don't you want to share that with others, to inspire them to find the same feelings that brought you here in the first place? I know you do. I know we all do. And if all it takes is standing in front of the room for 2 minutes and reciting a poem, then I know you can do it. Hell yeah, Nathan! We'd love to see them. Oh, when you mentioned it, like on Monday, I was really looking forward to it. But as I keep saying, like, I literally stopped my stream on Monday and about 10 minutes later was just ill. Like, my throat was bad. I've been blocked up all week. I literally, when I messaged you back this morning was when I woke up. That was when I woke up. And even then, I went back to sleep until 2 o'clock. And then got out of bed and was like, oh, stream in a minute. And I've been streaming ever since. Mostly just talking. Have you just tried not being sick? Do you even game, bro? You know what? You're right. I should just try not being ill. I'm doing it wrong. I'm doing everything wrong. Natsuki and Yuri remain silent, so Yuri looks worried. I guess that leaves me no choice. I agree. I don't think it's too much to ask. I think that Sayuri and Monica have been trying really hard to get new members. The least we can do is help them out a little bit. Well, maybe, but it looks like Natsuki doesn't have any arguments left. Okay, fine. I guess I'll just have to get it over with. Alright. Phew. Thanks, Natsuki. What about you, Yuri? Yuri dejectedly glances around at everyone else's expectant faces. I guess I don't really have a choice. Aha, that's everyone. You're the best, Yuri. This club is seriously going to be the death of me. Oh gosh, you'll be fine, Yuri. But anyway, let's move on to the main event. I want each of you to choose a poem of yours. We're going to practice reciting them in front of each other. No way! Monica, this is too sudden. Well, if you can't recite your poem in front of the club, how do you expect to do it in front of strangers? Oh no. Don't worry. I'll start off to help everyone feel a little more comfortable. Can I go next? Of course. Now let's see. Monica flips through her notebook to the specific poem she has in mind for herself. She then stands behind the podium. The title of this poem is The Way They Fly. Just tell the honest, not now I'm streaming. Thank you, Tori. We love you, Tori. What's the time? When is my takeaway meant to get here? What's meant to be here now? Something this way. Ahem. Monica begins reciting her poem. Her clear, confident voice fills the room. More than that, her inflection is pristine. She knows exactly how to imply emotion behind each line she recites, bringing the words to life. Is this something she's done before? Is she simply a natural? I glance around me. Everyone has their eyes on Monica, so Yuri looks amazed. Yuri has an intense expression on her face that I don't understand. Finally, Monica finishes the recitation. The force of applaud. Monica takes a breath and smiles. That was so good, Monica. Aha, thank you very much. I was just hoping to set a good example. Are you ready to go next, Sir Yuri? I think that might be the food. I'll go next. Oh, Yuri's fired up all of a sudden. Yuri clutches a sheet of paper between her hands and stands up. Keeping her head down, she walks quickly over to the podium. This poem is called... Yuri anxiously glances at each of us. You can do it, Yuri. It is called After Image of Crimson Eye. Right. I need to go and get my food. Fictional Sean? Killen? You three know what to do. I'll be back in a second. I'm gonna stop the recording. I will be BRB, but I'll be talking when I'm eating for a second. But I've got to go get the food first. So, the regulars, entertain everyone when I'm gone. I'll be back.